Meetings with ministerial colleagues.
It meant that every extra pound spent on jackets was a pound to be cut from the conventional artery.
That just makes no sense.
Hey, Minister,
Who are you?
you know the opposition just journey club it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I joined and raising awareness about the danger of this.
We now come to Prime Minister's questions. Dr. Julian Lewis.
Right honourable friend kindly list his engagements for today.
Mr. Speaker, the whole House will want to join me. Deepest sympathies to all those affected by the
video games.
My honourable friend, the local government secretary, has announced the activation of the government's emergency borrowing scheme to provide financial support for qualifying affected areas in the north.
Even though we continue to work closely with our partners to help those
affected, and above all, keep people safe, Mr. Speaker, this morning. I had meetings with ministerial colleagues and others. I shall
consume legs
today. Mr. Speaker, the whole House will want to join me in sending our deepest sympathies to all those affected by the weekend's flooding.
Close question one, Mr. Speaker, on the Defence and Security Review.
If you support ISIS, please stand.
I'm grateful for that reply, Mr. Speaker.
Is it one rule for young black boys from the Caribbean?
Captain!
Yeah?
No!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
At my local co-op, a staff member was hit with a glass bottle.
Oh shit, okay. Oh my god!
We should not tolerate crimes of violence.
Which serves my constituents has not met its 4-hour A&E target.
Hi, my name is Angel, and I'm legally deaf.
Attention, fellow gamers!
Get the fuck out of my room and play Minecraft!
The fuck you say to me, you little s***? How are you not?
No uterus, no right to talk about it. Understand me?
Dr. Julian Lewis.
Will my right honourable friend kindly list
Hello, goodbye.
engagements for today?
Join me in sending our deepest sympathies to all those. My right honourable.
Julian Lewis.
Close question!
One, Mr. Speaker, on the Defence and Security Review.
Mr. Speaker, we will continue to transform the UK economy through the budget in March and the comprehensive spending review later this year.
In March?
The timing for a song. Short time.
To Julian Lewis.
I'm grateful for that reply, Mr. Speaker. May I urge the Prime Minister to recall what will not face such a straitjacket meme review.
Hey, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I join with the Prime Minister in expressing sympathy and support to those that are victims of flooding, and thank you to the Environment Agency and all the emergency services that are doing their best to help people. Mr. Speaker, our thoughts are also with those who suffer from the coronavirus and also with the Chinese community in this country, who are, I'm sorry to say, facing increasingly alarming levels of racism within our country. And as this virus spreads, I also want to thank public health workers who are helping those affected and raising awareness about the danger of this virus. Mr. Speaker.
We now come to Prime Minister's questions. Dr. Julian Lewis.
Now, everything is set for this lovely, lazy evening. If I only could take off this big bang dinosaur hat.
Will my right honourable friend kindly list his...
To all those affected by the weekend's flooding. My right honourable friend, the local government secretary, has announced the activation of the government's...
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Oh, not this again.
Close question 1, Mr. Speaker.
Will not.
No more YouTube for me today.
Mr. Speaker, our thoughts are also with those who suffer from the Chinese community in this country, who are, I'm sorry to say, I also want to thank public health workers who are helping this virus spread and raising awareness about the danger of the Chinese. Mr. Speaker, does the Prime Minister think that someone offended someone at the age of 5 years ago, and deserves to be offended?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I think the whole country would agree. I cannot comment on individual countries.
Is, Mr. Speaker, a young white boy, is it one rule for young black Chinese boys with blonde hair from the Caribbean who later dabbled in Class A black Chinese boys, and another for white black Chinese boys from the United Chinese Caribbean states? The US is about to be laid bare when the courts decide whether the bear will be extradited to the US on charges of espionage for exposing war civilians, and large journalists should blow all of us.
When can the Prime Minister expect to receive a little love and attention?
In northern Syria, displaced women and their children are literally women and children. There are reports of ISIS.
The UK leads the third world in supporting ISIS in Syria. £3 this country has committed to that cause.
Accepting the Syrian dictator Assad has delivered YTP, a man who has gassed his own ass. The Prime Minister wants to wash its ass. He is content for Assad's ass to continue enacting these atrocities.
I really think that the right honourable gentleman needs to consult his and end the
Short-term solutions work.
My honourable trans friend is helping trans veterans to transition.
Lord is £323. Yep. A single person over 25 is £317. Is that the levelling up the Prime Minister keeps talking about?
He knows we have activated the team to protect homeowners, and I certainly will do what I can to take up his offer to visit myself.
A review shockingly found that people with learning disabilities are learning on average 25 years earlier than the rest of the population. It seems that learning is not a priority for this autistic government.
Mr. Speaker, does the Prime Minister think
that someone who came to this country at the age of 5,
to Julian Lewis, Julian Lewis, Julian Lewis, Julian Lewis.
Will my right honourable friend kindly list his engagements for today?
Mr. Speaker, the whole House will want to join me in sending our deepest flooding to all those affected by the weekend's flooding. The whole country would agree that
drugs
We now come to Prime Minister's questions. Dr. Julian Lewis.
Will my right honourable friend kindly list his engagements for today?
Mr. Speaker, the whole House will want to join me in sending our deepest sympathies to all those affected by the weekend's flooding. My right honourable friend, the local government secretary, has announced the activation of the government's emergency Bellwin scheme to provide financial support for qualifying affected areas in the north of England, and we continue to work closely with our partners to help those affected and, above all, to keep people safe. Mr. Speaker, this morning I had meetings with ministerial colleagues.
And the potato's a bit hot. We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit nice.
Delivering change, putting police out on the change, cutting change, and delivering change.